How are you doing today? This is Joelle coming to you from my kitchen in Sudbury once again. And before I start on my main dish, I have to congratulate Leanne and Andrea. You girls did an amazing job and I'm so proud of you girls and a little bit jealous, but you guys did it really well. So today for my main dish, what I'm doing is crab ravioli in a creamy Philadelphia wine sauce. And first thing you want to do is start with putting your water in a pot. You want to get that boiling. You want to put a little bit of salt in there. And next thing, what I did is I melted a tablespoon of butter and I placed it in my pot on medium-low heat. And next I used a shallot like this. And this one's a little bit big, so I used about half, but if you have small ones, it's probably around 2. And what you want to do is you want to slice it into half moons, nice little slices, and it comes up to about a 1/3 cup. And what I did is I caramelized my onions. If you want to come over here, so I caramelized my onions. See, they're nice and caramelized. And if you could smell the aroma, it smells delicious. And then what I did is I chopped 2 garlic cloves and I placed it in here with my onions. And now I want to increase the heat a little bit. And next we are going to use a 1/4 cup of wine. And oh, I guess I shouldn't be drinking this, it's a little bit too early. But anyways, what you should use is white wine, and wine that you will be drinking, because the flavors will come out into the sauce and you want it to have that good taste, the good flavors. So we're going to place our wine in here. And you do want to bring this up to a boil. Whoop. You want to bring that up to a boil. And I want to just cook it down a little bit. So let me just stir. Next, what we're going to do is grab our herb and garlic cream cheese once again. And I used light to reduce the fat. We're going to take this. And we're going to take a 1/4 cup. And you want it to be at room temperature so it's nice and creamy. And we're going to place this in the pot with the wine and the shallot. So you want to place this into this pot. If we could get this going. What I want to do is just get it melted a little bit. And next what you want to do is take a teaspoon of Dijon mustard. And this just adds a little bit of zing to the cream sauce. Place that in there. It adds a little bit of color also. I want to use freshly ground pepper. There you go. And just a little bit of salt because I did use some butter, so you don't want to put too much salt. And also I want to use a fresh lemon. And what I like doing is you roll it like this, and what happens, it releases all the juices. And of course I washed my lemon before doing this. And then we're going to slice it in the middle, and I just want to squeeze a little bit of lemon juice in here. So what I'm going to do is just squeeze a little bit in my hand in case that I do get a couple of bits in there. We're going to use heavy cream, 1/2 cup of heavy cream. And if you want, you could also use 5% cream. That's fine too. It's still going to do the job. You might just have to reduce it down a little bit more. Right. It smells so good. Next, and then we're going to use some fresh parsley. I've already chopped some right here. And what I did is I purchased 2 cans of real crab meat. You want it to be real crab meat. And what I did is I placed it into my bowl and I just used my fork to break it down a little. Next, what we're going to do, we'll use Philadelphia, but the whipped. Today I am using the whipped. Oh, we're on the French side. Fouetté, like we would say here in our French kitchen. Whipped chives. And the reason why I chose this one is because it's more light. It's very fluffy and airy. And I don't want my filling to be too heavy. I still want it to be nice and light. We will need 1/2 cup of this. Place that over there. And I do have to say, growing up, I was often in the kitchen with my mother and also my father for that matter. I do have to give him credit. He was a good cook also. And I was exposed to a lot of this stuff. And So for me to be here in the kitchen, I feel very comfortable because I got the opportunity to see what flavors that my mother and my father would be mixing in the kitchen, and a lot of it was inspired by our French background. And so I don't know, I guess that's why I love food so much. Okay, so now we got our half a cup. Add a splash of that lemon juice. So we'll use this one here. And I just juice, it always helps to lighten up a recipe also. Put some pepper and a little bit of salt. There. And then I do want to add a little bit of parsley in there to add some color. Add that beautiful green color. Place this on the side. Now what I want to do is, I am using wonton wrappers, and these you could just purchase at the supermarket. And just place this on the side. And because who has time to make their homemade ravioli dough? I don't know, I don't really have much time to do that. So I will show you here how easy it is to work with wonton wrappers. So you want to take, first of all, almost forgot. You want to take an egg, crack it into your bowl. There you go. And the purpose for the egg is it'll be our glue for our wontons. It'll allow our wontons to stick together. Okay, here you go. See, so you just want to brush it on with a paintbrush. Take about a teaspoon of the filling. You want to place it in the middle, just like so. You see those colors? Doesn't that look yummy? Okay, next, so now you're gonna take the top one, you'll place it on top. Just squeeze like this. What I like to do, I like taking it in my hands, and then what I do is I just squeeze the sides, and then you just go around, and you wanna make sure that there's no air bubbles. So you squeeze the air bubble. Now that we have our water boiling, we're gonna take our raviolis, we're gonna place them into the water, and this water has been salted. Let's just mix this. We're gonna reduce this down. Okay. And you want a big enough pot of water so you can put a few of them at a time. They literally take 2 to 3 minutes to cook. They don't take very long to cook. So what I want to do, make sure they don't stick on the bottom. And basically what you're looking for the doneness is that the wontons will be a little bit see-through. Not completely, but they look a little bit see-through. There you go. And what that's going to do, it will warm the filling through. And that beautiful cream cheese is just going to melt into the crab, and you'll get all those flavors together. Okay, so as you can see, it's a little bit see-through, and then you see how it's nice and tight, the wonton now. So I'm going to place it into those pretty colors. Look at the beautiful colors, the parsley coming through. And then you serve this with a beautiful salad, topped with some Parmesan cheese, because you do want some of that saltiness from the Parmesan cheese to complement our dish here. And you just want to place this cream sauce over there. Yum. Look at this. Now, for the finishing, what we're going to do, I will place this here so you can see. What I want to do is take some of my fresh parsley, and we will just chop. There you go. Parsley and fresh parsley, so good. It just completes a beautiful pasta dish. Here you go. Perfect. Okay, let's get this going. There you go. Doesn't that look beautiful? And of course, I need my fork because I do have to taste it. Okay, so when you cut, it's so nice and soft, the pasta. Nobody will ever know that this is wonton dough. Okay, so I want to get some of that sauce with the caramelized onions and the garlic. And you see the filling? Oh, look at the cheese. Look at, it's melted. Yum. Okay, here we go.